What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Slime Rancher. My name is Splattercat. Very, very privileged, actually, is the word I'm going to use today to have you here, just to hang out and talk with me for a little while. It's easy to take that for granted when you're a YouTuber. Like, it sincerely is that people actually want to be around and consume the shit that comes out of your mouth. Because shit comes out of a lot of people's mouths. And for some reason, you've chosen me here today, so I appreciate that. It's pretty rad. Oh, I can't stand on this thing good. Although I do enjoy breaking the map in this game. Breaking the map in this game is honestly one of my favorite activities. Just like figuring out all the weird places I can get to that you're not supposed to be at is like the best. So we got our minty mangoes. That's a pretty sweet deal. It was one of the only things we needed in order to continue our adventures here. Oh, it really does not like this. Ooh, it tried to throw me off into the ocean. So there's a wall right there. It actually pushed me backwards when I hit it. Never mind then. I can't afford to lose my stuff. Actually, why am I even doing this right now? There's a teleporter back over this way. I don't know why I'm currently hounding this down. It's a fool's errand. And I should not be doing it. A fool's errand. Every fool has an errand. Some errands are better, well, they're better taken care of than other errands, but fools aren't known for their good abilities to take care of errands. I love egg. Those are called eggcorns, by the way. So if you ever see that, like Michael Scott did it a lot, or like Ricky does it a lot from Trailer Park Boys, they're called eggcorns. It's where you take something like a fool's errand, and you say a fool's errand, and you interpret it as the name or whatever. It's an eggcorn. It's where somebody, for the purposes of comedy, or because they're just an idiot, it could be one or the other, or that they're being an idiot for comedy, playing an idiot, essentially, but it allows you to do funny things with words. I would learn how to do it. It's fun. Do it in front of your friends sometimes, and I bet they'll laugh. I'll bet they'll laugh at it. I don't know. My friends seem to think I'm kind of funny. You can't overestimate your funniness, though, because that's the point at which you stop being funny. Start investing your funniness in dumb shit. So I need... Oh, good. This field is actually done right here. Good. So now we have that. On this side, I would be inclined to say we should do the exact same thing. So I'm going to get rid of that there. Do that, because chances are I'm probably just going to hybridize... Chances are that I'm probably just going to hybridize the phosphor slimes anyways. It doesn't strike me as being a particularly useful slime to keep around, especially since inside my slime science thing I have like 200 plorts already for phosphor slime, so it doesn't matter. I've already got enough of those to where I don't think I really need to cultivate them any longer. Or at the bare minimum, if I do, I should cross them with something else. Maybe the radioactive slimes, actually. The rad slimes might be a good candidate for that. Might be a decent call. I'm going to go ahead and top that up a little bit. That'll last them for like another day or so. Inside the tabby slime cage, it looks like they're kind of hungry. They are not going to get the briar hens, though, because those are for my dear pooping pink friends back here. Doobity-doobity-doo, pooping pink friends. All right, pooping pink friends. How would you like some briar hennery? That sounds like a really, really offensive term to describe like things that chickens would get up to if they were ever like sentient. So let's say at some point we like genetically modify and create like sentient, hyper-intelligent chickens. You'd be like, oh, he's just up to some hennery right now. That sounds like something you would say that would just be ridiculously offensive to a chicken. Like they would just be like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that. My people are a proud, proud people. And I'd be like, I eat your children alongside my sausage. I'm not trying to downplay the contributions that the noble, mighty, and sentient chickens have made to our culture. I'm just saying it's hard to take like a moral high ground when on a daily basis I devour you. That's all that I'm saying. Alright. Filling up over here. Probably front stock my cash a little bit just to make sure that I have some around. How many plorts are we looking at over here? 43. It's pretty good. We should have the money around to actually like cash in. For a lot of these, I am always a bit conflicted about whether or not I should be depositing them into the Great Science God. I mean, look at that backlighting right there. Doesn't it look sort of sinister, though? Like, it seems a little terrifying. Like, if that was in the corner of my room when I was 10 years old, I would just never sleep again. Crystal plorts I haven't found a use for, so I'm just going to sell those. Boom plorts are still pretty high up the list, though. We have 95 pink plorts. I will create several drills. I will create several pumps. And we will just kind of see what happens with all of this stuff that I have crafted. few more plorts. Do you harden out the selection? So there's 8 right there. Pretty happy right now. My wife's on the way with pizza. It's the little things when you're married. It's the little things. If you let the little things go, that's when the rest of it like falls apart. It's once you stop giving a shit about the little stuff. And my wife just hit me up before I started this episode. She was like, hey, what kind of pizza do you want? I'm picking it up. And I was like, are you going to X location? And she was like, I am definitely going to X location. Because she knows X location is my favorite pizza place. And I was just like, oh my God, there's so much love right now. Like, so much pizza love. Like, the love that I have for you at this moment is so totally infused with just the essence of pizza grease, hugs, and happiness that I don't even know. I don't even know what to say right now. There are no words that encompass the pizza grease-laden awesomeness. Because she's coming on with breadsticks. That's the thing. Breadsticks with the dip. If you got the breadsticks with the dip, that's how you know that you got a good day going. Because you got the dip. Couple more rock slimes over here. The dip. You got to say it like that, too. Otherwise, the dip is less satisfying. Whenever there was a dip sign on the side of the road, when I was a kid. Not when I was a kid. When I was, like, in high school. My dad would be like, hey, look, they knew you were coming, and point at the sign. Did anybody else's dad do that? My dad did that every single time. And then I started seeing it first because his eyesight went, and I started doing it to him. And it was like, aha! Vengeance for all of these years! And he took it good-naturedly, so, you know. Whatever, it's all good. It's all good. We all good, Dad. We all good, boo-boo. You guys want some carrots, maybe? You seem kind of happy. Here, take this batch. I treat carrots just as like my feeder stock because so many things eat them and it's so easy to come by that it doesn't matter. They seem pretty happy. We've got chickens over on this side. They are all briar chickens though. Alright, well maybe we'll thin out this crop a little bit. There we go. Give some room for some of the stonies and some of the normal chickens to breed. These dudes don't even like briar hens either. That was a complete and total waste. It's wasted on them. They don't even appreciate it. They don't even send me the thank you notes like so many other chicken eating species do. I hated that when I was a kid. So I grew up during a time period where there was still such a thing as correspondence mail. In case you didn't know, like I took letter writing classes. That's how old I am. I'm letting you date me right now. Not like that because I have a wife. We can't do that right now. That would be tremendously unethical. However, that being said, I grew up during a time period where you had to learn how to write correspondence. Like, you know those old letters from the Civil War where they would be like, Sarah, my heart is displeased at the amount of distance that has befallen betwixt us. And they were all like fancy and flowery, even though these guys were like farmers who had never gone to school. Makes you feel bad, doesn't it? Makes me feel bad. My linguistics needs work. I read some of those letters and I'm just like, dude, this is a little bit of bullshit right now. These dudes had no education or like anything. They like grew crops and stuff. They went to school until they were like 7 years old. And they write letters like they're enacting presidential edicts. I was like, damn, son. It's not fair. Anyways, back to the point. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I had to take letter writing classes. That's how old I am. That teach you how to write correspondence like that. And one of the things that I hated most about that stuff was that once I took that, see, we still had to, back then, you couldn't just say thank you to somebody and be done with it. You had to send thank you letters. And thank you letters were like these gnarly, hand-personalized letters that you had to write to like 36 people. Usually in one sitting. For like hours and hours and hours to show that you weren't a sack of shit and you were appreciative for the nice things that people do for you. Which, I'm down with that. That's okay. It's okay. Isn't that spiral steam right there? Yeah, I need that. Oh, we got lava dust. That's one of the more rarer ones. What do you have? Apiary. You ever think it's weird that bees go in apiaries? I don't know. You would think that monkeys would go in apiaries. Why do we design our culture like this? Why do we design our language like that? It should be called a beeary. Or an insectiary. Or I don't know, something more generic. A honeyary. I don't know, the honey dome. I like that one too. But instead what we get is an apiary, which sounds like an ape goes inside of it. That's like having a cattiary and a horse goes inside of it. It's just like, why would you do this? What is the point of this? Why would you bother? And I know what the Latin root is. I know where the word came from. I'm trying to make humor right now. I'm trying to make with the humories. We got buzzwax. None of your buzzwax. I think that's the joke they were going for right there. You know, I'm starting to think you can only get 12 plorts out of one pond. That's what I'm starting to think, is that you only get 12 puddle plorts out of one pond, and then they stop producing so that you can't get like a big stack of money producing, just gobs of cash, just being a badass. Just balling in the far, far range. Have anything good going on over here? You guys holding it down right now for the click? Okay. You guys still have some food left, so it's alright. I need to go get some Oka Oka, too. Oka Oka is the other thing that I am just broka on. That ain't no joka. That's right, I got 2 hours of sleep last night. Art imitates life. That is what you will slowly learn as you get older. 2 hours of sleep, because I like being a zombified mess as I try to get my day done. It's my favorite. I love that sandy, irritating feeling that I get behind my eyes when I'm this tired. It's my favorite. It's the best. It's what I lie awake late at night hoping for. See what I did there? It's funny because it has two meanings. He can't sleep, but it's what he lies awake at night like he's inside it. Oh, God. Alright, so you guys need some carrots because you look a little salty over here. There you go. Get sprayed with carrots for the time being. They're going to eat them all by the end of the day anyways, so... Who cares? Ooh, this one's full. Well, then maybe we will make a little bit of money today. And I'm going to let them spill over. I'm going to let my plort spilleth over. Because it's fun to vacuum them off the ground because they come in at a non-standardized rate. Plus you get this bongo drum noise. And it makes me happy. I could probably get the radioactive ones too. Yeah. Fill it brown up. Alright, so we got radioactive plorts. These are probably all going to go to my cache stack. Actually, no. I think I was out of rad plorts when I was looking at my recipes. So it may be in good taste. Maybe in semi-solid taste. To go back over here and donate these to the great science god. Melvin. That's what I've named the science god. It seemed appropriate at the time. It seemed like a name that he could appreciate. Alright, so with these plorts here, we'll feed them to the great science god. Nom 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 nom. That's a hungry-ass critter right there. Fill that back on up so they've got what they like. I'm gonna go check and see if my minty mangoes are ready to go. I think at this point the game is largely gonna become like maintenance work. Like us running around and just making sure that everything gets fed and gets what it needs. Activation. We haven't unlocked anything else. The Treasure Cracker 2 or the Treasure Cracker 3. A little bit of a downer. Let's hope we pick something like that up. So when it comes to like growing plants, how do I do that in like a satisfying way? Are those just like free? Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. I don't want to demolish it either. Like that a bitch. Alright, well I can craft more of them. It's not like a massive headache to fix. However, I do think, oh my god, they're producing so many poops. These radioactive slimes, man, they're my fundamental cash makers. They like to help me get it. Get paid. Yeah, we're sitting on some major cashola right now. $13,000 just chilling in our bank account. Will we do anything nice with it? Absolutely not. We're going to spend it on, like, gold chainmail hankies. And, like, underwear that's made out of diamonds. Because we can. Because we can. And it's the far, far range. And who's going to judge us? Who's going to judge us? Nobody, because there's nobody out here. I have to communicate with other ranchers via FTL. Let that sink in for a second. Ain't nobody going to judge us out here. We can do whatever we want. There are no repercussions. We could murder a guy out here and nobody would ever know about it. Just like throw them in the plort pen. They eat chickens. I'm sure they eat a human too. Just treat your slimes like you treat pigs. Throw that dude in the pen. I need more drills because I destroyed mine. There we go. And as we see what we get out of these other various zones, because I do want to go look at that, let's go ahead and we're going to check the neighboring zones. And while we gather our minty mangoes and some of the other stuff, get those all nice and into our sacco goodies. I'd like to see if... no, I don't want to deal with you right now. I don't want to deal with you right now. You're too difficult and hard to control. I need to replant right there. Okay. There's some primordial oil laying around too, although we've got so much primordial oil at this point that I get the feeling we're probably not going to be short on it once we get to that portion of our crafting. Minty mangoes, you're shaped like butt cheeks. Get inside of here, weird shaped oval butt cheeks. Oh no, they're rotting. Well, that is a disappointment. Replant. And replant, since apparently I failed at that endeavor. I was bad at it. I was bad at it, and now I got to pay. So let's see what this zone has going on. I'd love to see what it provides, if it provides anything. I assume we'll probably get a bunch of fossils or something out of it. It seems like an area where there's lots of bones and stuff, so... Let's see here. What have you given me? Fossils and jellystone. The most jealous of stones. Also a stone that goes pretty good with peanut butter. If you're trying to pair off flavors. I don't know how much you try to like Gordon Ramsay it up or whatever. I don't do that because I'm lazy and it takes too much effort, but you know. For those of you out there that actually enjoy cooking instead of seeing it as a chore, my problem is I start sampling as I'm cooking. Like I thought about that and I was always wondering why chefs are always traditionally depicted as fat guys, you know? Like in Ratatouille, the chef is not like a thin guy, you know what I mean? He's definitely been enjoying running an eatery. Like he definitely gets high off his own supply, if you know what I mean. And so, but I was thinking about it and like, do you really want a skinny chef? I don't think that I do want a skinny chef. I think I want the most ultimately large, grandiose, rotund, corpulent chef ever. Because I know that guy knows how to make a delicious food. The skinny chef, he ain't eating his own food. And if he is, he makes crappy food that involves salad. No, that's not the chef that I want. If you were a chef that specializes in salads, my question to you is, what's the point? Why? You could just go to the pet store and get the same thing. They got it in big 50-pound bags that you feed to your rabbit. You can just get that there. I mean, it's just, eh. I lived with a full-on freaking vegan for like a year. And honestly, I've never seen a human being who ingests so many Brussels sprouts, so much cauliflower, and who seems to judge the validity of an edible food by how closely it smells like farts. Like other full freaking vegans, does your house typically smell like fart? Because mine smelled like cauliflower broccoli fart 24 hours a day. And she had to eat like 900 meals a day because nothing that she ate had any caloric content. Like it was just like Brussels sprouts and cauliflower all day, every day. And I'd be like, you know, when you cook an onion, it smells good. When you cook corn, it also smells quite satisfactory. Maybe you could ponder taking a break from the cauliflower and the Brussels sprouts. Just for like, I just want to smell a house that doesn't smell like smell. Like right now, I don't know, I can't tell when I'm supposed to clean the cat box right now. That's what you're doing to me. Like I know I should clean it at some point. Basically, I gotta set a timer at this point because I can't smell it anymore. The whole house just smells like cat fart all the time. Just cat protrusions. Feline squeezings, if you will. Gross. But yeah, would not recommend. Would not recommend. Full freaking vegan people, just like be merciful on your roommates every now and again. Just be like, hey, this meal is cauliflower free. That one's on me. I'm sure you do. My roommate didn't think about other people very often. Ah, there it is. Look at that yield. Look at that yield. You better not eat my honey. I'll murder you. Sorry, that escalated quickly. Look at that, and it comes in a little honey pot, too. Does this thing manufacture the pot as well? I really feel like we've got pot manufacturing machines hidden in the jungle. I'll put another apiary out here then, since it seems to be doing pretty well. Seems to be doing its job up to the criteria that I've come to expect. And we'll do what we can to just keep it stocked up over here. As far as the machines that produce, I'm sure we got to put drills over in the stone zone. The stone and bone zone. Oh, yeah. My rating just went up. YouTube just rated this R now. It's for adults only because I mentioned the bone zone. But it is. It's a zone that's full of old bones. There don't seem to be any other animals in this universe aside from chickens and slimes. I would actually love for those things are oddly phallic. Anyways, whoever built the shrine to the slimes had an obsession. They had things in life that they were excited about, and those things were excited about them too. Is that a... I haven't opened that pot over there. Have I? Yay! More treasure. So I was worried you guys were going to miss out on the green treasures. A coral grass patch. Okay. I think it's quicker for me just to walk this way. I wonder if there's like specific magical places. Like this area right here has crystals growing in it. Like maybe you could get diamonds from in here. I guess I can't. Let's go after... I bet it's this zone over here. What we'll do is we'll find the most stoniest part of it. Or like in this cave even. Can't put stuff in the cave. I would like to see like dinosaurs and like other creatures added to the game. Like creatures that eat the slimes and like predate on them, so you've got to protect them and stuff like that. Like they come, instead of just the tar, it'd be cool to also have like wolves and things like that that will come and try and steal out of your chicken coops. Things like that. So we've got a drill here. A drill here. I don't really know where to put the hydro pumps, so I'll put them here just to do some experimentation for now. There we go, and that'll have to do for the moment. Oh my god, there's so many mining points, like everywhere. Oh, I needed Oka Oka. Good, I'm not in the far ridiculous corners of the universe without access to things that I need. Gotta weave through all these hazardous slimes that want to hurt me. Even though all I want to do is build exploitative machinery on their sacred land. It's all that I've ever wanted, really. To exploit other people's stuff for the enrichment of my own resources. That's why I came to the far, far range. It's a whole planet just full of shit for me to take. Sorry, the wording was off and I had to chuckle at it for a second. Another treasure. I must have done a really terrible job at finding treasure. Blue coral columns. That or they respawn. Shit if I know. The consistent Oka Oka is over here, if I remember right. I think. Like I know there's Oka Okas right here. And you know what? I have the power to make all of you go... Oh, I don't, actually. Well, then I'm going to fire all the food over there because I want this Oka Oka. And it's going to grow any second now. Like these ones in the middle right here, like the most ripe. Oh, man. It's the tar! Here to ruin everything. I really like the way the rad slimes look when they become stone slimes. It's pretty awesome. I have appreciation for that. Alright, so there's a little bit more cash. I don't see Oka Oka growing over here. We might have to just kind of run around until we find it. How many more drilling spots are there out of curiosity? So you can't drill over here. I would actually much prefer it too if the spots weren't fixed. Like you just put them wherever. It might require internal systems that the game doesn't have, though. Thinking about the programming, depending on the way the system was designed, it may or may not provide for that functionality. Just kind of thinking roughly about it right now. I actually have more trouble getting Oka Oka than anything else in the game. Like, Oka Oka is the one thing that I can, like, never get my hands on whenever I lose it. I really need to be careful about saving, like, 5-10 Oka Oka in a silo somewhere. Because I have those. And then utilizing them to make my life better. However, I'm out of time for today. My name is Splattercat. I thank you so much for showing up today and deciding to spend a little bit of time and hang out. It's very, very kind of you. I will see you all in the next episode. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I bet it'll be a lot of fun then. I'd put money on it. All right? Bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves out there.